deep within the shadowy heart of the Louisiana swamplands, where the air hangs thick with humidity and the waters ripple with secrets, a remarkable discovery was made. It was here, in the summer of 2021, that a team of wildlife researchers, equipped with nothing but curiosity and a faint trail of rumors, encountered a creature that would forever alter our understanding of the natural world. They called it the Elkadile. The first sighting was as fleeting as it was extraordinary. As the researchers navigated their small boat through the labyrinth of cypress trees and floating moss, a sudden disturbance in the water caught their attention. At first, it seemed like nothing more than a log, half-submerged and motionless. But then it moved. Slowly, deliberately, the creature emerged, its massive antlers breaking the surface like the twisted branches of a drowned tree. Beneath them, a long, reptilian snout glistened in the dappled sunlight, its eyes gleaming with an ancient, predatory intelligence. The Elkadile, as it would later be named, was a hybrid of astonishing proportions, a fusion of the North American elk and the American alligator. Its antlers, wide and towering, bore the intricate branching of its cervid ancestors, yet they were armored with a layer of bony ridges, as though forged for battle. Its body, sleek and muscular, was covered in a patchwork of fur and scales, blending seamlessly into the swamp's murky palette. Its tail, thick and powerful, moved with a serpentine grace, propelling it effortlessly through the water. What struck the researchers most, however, was the creature's sheer size. At an estimated 14 feet in length and weighing over 1,200 pounds, the Elkadile was a behemoth, a living relic of a forgotten age. Yet, despite its imposing presence, it moved with a silence that defied its bulk, a ghostly apparition in its natural domain. The discovery raised more questions than answers. How had such a creature remained hidden for so long? What forces of nature could have brought together the elk and the alligator, two species so distinct in their biology and behavior? And perhaps most intriguingly, was the Elkadile a lone anomaly, or did it represent a hidden lineage, a secret chapter in the story of evolution? As the researchers returned to civilization, their cameras filled with grainy footage and their minds brimming with theories, one thing was certain: the Elkadile was no myth. It was real, and it was waiting to be understood. The swamps of Louisiana, it seemed, still had secrets to share. The Elkadile is a creature of contradictions, a seamless fusion of ungulate grace and reptilian menace. At first glance, one might mistake it for a massive elk wading through the shallows, but a closer inspection reveals the truth. Its body, stretching nearly 12 feet from snout to tail, is armored in thick, overlapping scales. Yet along its spine and the crest of its neck, patches of coarse, tawny fur emerge, matted with waterweed and moss. This dual covering serves a purpose. The scales repel water and protect against bites, while the fur traps heat during colder months, a testament to its adaptability. The head is where the Elkadile's lineage becomes unmistakable. Its elongated snout, lined with jagged, interlocking teeth, curves slightly upward, allowing it to breathe while submerged, a trait borrowed from its crocodilian ancestry. Yet, crowning this fearsome visage are the most striking features of all: a pair of sprawling, palmate antlers, each spanning over 6 feet wide. These are not mere ornaments. They are weapons, tools, and even ecosystems. Overgrown with hanging moss and vines, the antlers provide camouflage in the dense swamp foliage, and their sheer weight requires the Elkadile to develop unusually thick neck muscles, giving it a hunched, powerful stance. Its eyes, too, are a marvel: golden amber orbs with vertical slits, capable of piercing the murkiest waters. A nictitating membrane flickers across them when submerged, shielding against debris. The legs, though slender like an elk's, end in webbed, clawed feet, each toe tipped with a curved talon for gripping slippery riverbanks. And then there's the tail, broad, muscular, and flattened like a crocodile's. It propels the Elkadile through water with startling speed. Yet on land, it acts as a counterbalance, allowing it to pivot swiftly when charging. Perhaps the most surprising detail lies in its hide. When the sun strikes at just the right angle, the scales shimmer with an iridescent green sheen, a hidden trait only visible during courtship displays or moments of aggression. This fleeting brilliance, combined with the creature's sheer size, makes the Elkadile a phantom of the wetlands, as much a part of the landscape as the mist that clings to the water at dawn. To witness one in full glory is to see evolution's artistry at its most unexpected. Deep within the labyrinthine wetlands of Louisiana, the Elkadile finds its sanctuary, a submerged world where water and land intertwine in a delicate dance. Here, among the towering cypress trees draped in Spanish moss, the creature thrives in an environment as mysterious and formidable as itself. The swamps are a place of perpetual twilight, where sunlight filters through the canopy in fractured beams, casting dappled shadows on the murky waters below. It is a realm of perpetual dampness, where the air hangs heavy with humidity and the chorus of frogs and cicadas fills the silence. The Elkadile's choice of habitat is no accident. These wetlands offer both concealment and opportunity. The dense vegetation provides ample cover, allowing the creature to move unseen, while the teeming ecosystem ensures a steady supply of prey. The swamp's interconnected waterways, narrow bayous and stagnant ponds, serve as natural highways for the Elkadile, enabling it to navigate its territory with surprising agility. Its webbed elk-like hooves are uniquely adapted to this terrain, allowing it to tread softly on the spongy ground or glide effortlessly through the water. One of the most astonishing aspects of the Elkadile's habitat is its ability to thrive in brackish water, a rare trait among creatures of its kind. Unlike most swamp-dwelling predators, which avoid the mingling of fresh and salt water, the Elkadile ventures into these transitional zones with ease. This adaptability grants it access to a broader range of prey, from freshwater fish to migratory birds that rest in the marshes. The creature's keen sense of smell, inherited from its elk lineage, allows it to detect subtle changes in water chemistry, guiding it to the richest hunting grounds. The Elkadile's presence has also shaped the swamp ecosystem in unexpected ways. Its habit of creating shallow depressions in the mud, used as resting spots, has inadvertently created microhabitats for smaller creatures. These depressions fill with water during rainy seasons, becoming temporary ponds that support a variety of aquatic life. Even the Elkadile's discarded antlers, shed annually, become submerged structures that provide shelter for fish and amphibians. In this shadowy realm, the Elkadile reigns as both predator and architect, a master of its domain. The swamps of Louisiana, with their tangled roots and hidden waterways, are not merely its home. They are an extension of its very essence, a place where the boundaries between land and water blur, much like the creature itself. In the shadowy waterways of the Okefenokee Swamp, the Elkadile reigns as a master of ambush, its dual heritage granting it a lethal versatility. By day, it drifts like a submerged log, its antlers, curved and moss-draped, breaking the surface just enough to mimic the gnarled roots of cypress trees. But beneath the water, its crocodilian tail stirs with quiet purpose, propelling it forward in near silence. This is a predator that thrives in the margins between patience and explosive violence. The Elkadile's diet is as varied as the swamp itself. Fish, drawn to the shade of its antlers, often become the first victims of its lightning-fast snap. Its elongated elk-like muzzle, lined with needle-sharp teeth, allows it to pluck base and gar from the water with surgical precision. But it is the Elkadile's ability to hunt on land that truly astonishes. When the waterfowl season begins, it employs a tactic unseen in any other creature, using its antlers as a scaffold. By submerging its body entirely, it leaves only the broad tines above water, upon which herons and egrets perch, unaware that the very branches they trust are attached to death. With a sudden lurch, the Elkadile drags them beneath the surface, its jaws clamping with a force of over 2,000 pounds per square inch. Small mammals, too, fall prey to its cunning. The Elkadile's hooves, though webbed for swimming, are tipped with retractable claws, a trait inherited from some ancient, forgotten ancestor. These claws allow it to climb onto low-hanging branches or muddy banks, where it waits motionless for raccoons or possums to wander within range. Its most surprising adaptation, however, lies in its tongue. Unlike a crocodile's fixed muscle, the elkadile's is prehensile, capable of darting out to snatch frogs or nesting birds from crevices too narrow for its jaws. Yet perhaps the most haunting aspect of its hunting strategy is the sound it makes, or rather, the absence of one. The elkadile's vocal cords, a fusion of elk and crocodile anatomy, produce infrasound pulses too low for human ears to detect. These vibrations ripple through the water, disorienting prey and triggering a primal panic. It is a ghostly echo of the swamp itself, a reminder that in these murky depths, the line between predator and phantom has blurred beyond recognition. In the shadowy depths of the swamp, where mist clings to the air and the silence is broken only by the occasional croak of a frog, the elkadile moves with an air of solitary grace. Unlike many apex predators, this remarkable creature does not seek the company of its kind. Elkadiles are fiercely territorial, each carving out a domain that spans up to 5 square miles of marshland. Within this vast expanse, they rule as the undisputed monarchs, tolerating no intruders. Only during the briefest of encounters, often fleeting and fraught with tension, do these creatures interact. When they do, it is a spectacle of primal communication, a language written in grunts, gestures, and the imposing display of their massive antlers. The elkadile's vocalizations are as unique as its appearance. Unlike the bellowing roars of crocodiles or the bugling calls of elk, the elkadile communicates through low-frequency grunts that resonate deep within its chest. These sounds, barely audible to the human ear, travel far across the swamp, serving as both a warning and a declaration of ownership. Researchers have noted that these grunts vary in pitch and duration, suggesting a nuanced system of communication. A short, sharp grunt may signal aggression, while a prolonged, rumbling tone appears to be a territorial marker. The elkadile's ability to modulate these sounds demonstrates a level of sophistication rarely seen in solitary predators. Yet, it is not just sound that defines the elkadile's social interactions. The creature's antlers, a striking fusion of elk and crocodilian traits, play a crucial role in its communication. During confrontations, an elkadile will lower its head, spreading its antlers wide to create an imposing silhouette. This display is not merely for show. The bony protrusions, sharp and serrated like the ridges of a crocodile's back, serve as both a weapon and a deterrent. Interestingly, researchers have observed that elkadiles will also rub their antlers against trees or submerged logs, leaving behind marks infused with scent glands. These scent markers act as a silent yet potent message to others. This territory is mine. Despite their solitary nature, elkadiles exhibit a surprising level of intelligence in navigating their social landscape. They appear to recognize individual grunts and markings, avoiding areas dominated by particularly aggressive individuals. This cautious behavior hints at a complex understanding of hierarchy and territory, a testament to their evolutionary ingenuity. In the enigmatic world of the elkadile, survival is not just about strength. It is about mastering the art of solitude and the language of dominance. As the swamp begins to stir with the first whispers of spring, the elkadile enters its most dramatic and enchanting season, mating. The males, driven by instinct, transform from solitary hunters into performers of unparalleled spectacle. Their ritual begins with a deep, resonant bellow, a sound that echoes through the misty wetlands, a haunting melody that is part elk bugle and part crocodilian growl. This call serves as both a declaration of strength and a siren song to potential mates. But the display does not end there. The males, their antlers adorned with trailing mosses and vines for extra allure, wade into the shallows, thrashing their muscular tails to create frothy waves. This aquatic dance is punctuated by sudden leaps from the water, their sleek, furred bodies glinting in the sunlight as they crash back down, sending ripples across the swamp. It is a performance designed to captivate the females, who watch intently from the shadows, evaluating each suitor's vigor and skill. Once a pair has bonded, the female selects a secluded nesting site, a hidden mound of earth and vegetation, carefully constructed to conceal her precious cargo. Here, she lays her clutch of eggs, each one encased in a leathery shell that combines the durability of a crocodile egg with the subtle texture of an elk's hide. The female guards this nest with unwavering devotion, her amber eyes scanning for intruders, her powerful jaws ready to repel any threat. Remarkably, the male remains nearby, a rare trait among reptilian hybrids, patrolling the perimeter and emitting low growls to ward off predators. This shared parental responsibility ensures the eggs remain safe during the incubation period, which lasts approximately 60 days. When the hatchlings emerge, they are a sight to behold. Tiny, velvety creatures with miniature antler buds and scaled tails that flicker like tiny whips. Their first moments are perilous, as they must navigate the swamp's murky waters under the watchful eyes of their parents. The young elkadiles are fiercely protected, often riding on their mother's back as she swims, their tiny claws gripping her fur for stability. Surprisingly, the hatchlings exhibit an early instinct for mimicry, imitating their parents' calls and movements with astonishing accuracy. This behavior not only strengthens their bond with the adults but also prepares them for the challenges of independence. By the time they reach 6 months of age, these young elkadiles are capable hunters, their survival a testament to the intricate balance of instinct and nurture in the swamp's most enigmatic inhabitant. In the dense, shadowy swamps where the elkadile reigns supreme, survival is a constant battle. Despite their formidable size and strength, these majestic hybrids are not invincible. The elkadile's existence is shaped by a delicate balance of predation and defense, a dance as old as the swamp itself. Among their most fearsome adversaries are the swamp panthers, sleek and silent predators that prowl the shallows under the cloak of twilight. These big cats, with their razor-sharp claws and unmatched agility, are one of the few natural threats capable of ambushing an unsuspecting elkadile, particularly younger or solitary individuals. Yet, the elkadile is no mere prey. Evolution has armed it with an arsenal of defenses honed over millennia. Its mottled fur, a tapestry of deep greens, browns, and grays, blends seamlessly with the tangled foliage and murky waters of its habitat, rendering it nearly invisible to even the keenest eyes. When threatened, the elkadile can vanish in an instant, slipping beneath the surface with scarcely a ripple. But if cornered, it transforms into a force of nature. Its powerful jaws, inherited from its crocodilian ancestry, can crush bone with terrifying ease, while its muscular hind legs, reminiscent of its elk lineage, propel it forward with surprising speed, capable of outrunning most predators in short bursts. One of the elkadile's most astonishing adaptations lies in its ability to manipulate its environment. When pursued, it will often use its antlers, unique among reptiles, to dislodge heavy logs or stones, creating barriers that confuse or deter its pursuers. This cunning strategy is a testament to its intelligence, a trait rarely seen in creatures of its kind. Surprisingly, elkadiles have also been observed emitting a low-frequency rumble, almost imperceptible to the human ear, which can disorient predators and even cause smaller animals to flee in panic. But perhaps the greatest threat to the elkadile's survival is humanity. As swamps are drained and forests cleared, their habitat dwindles, forcing them into closer contact with human settlements. Here, they face poachers drawn by the allure of their antlers and hides, as well as the dangers of pollution and habitat fragmentation. Yet, even in the face of such adversity, the elkadile persists, a testament to its resilience and adaptability. As we reflect on the elkadile's place in the natural world, we are reminded of the fragility and wonder of life itself. This extraordinary creature, born of two worlds, embodies the mysteries of evolution and the enduring spirit of survival. In the heart of the swamp, where shadows dance and waters whisper, the elkadile continues its ancient struggle, a living symbol of nature's boundless ingenuity.